Alright, let's get going. You were absent last week, weren't you, Eric? Last time we played?
It was. I got the tail end of it.
Oh, that's right.
Like last time.
That's right.
Yeah.
Alright, so we'll pick it up from where we left off. You guys with Toriel, a mess after having some type of nightmare's vision. And the friendly locals who, I'm going to say, used to be Gala's friend, has kicked you out in the rain. This horrible reign of the Midnight Curse. And yeah, what would you guys like to do?
We can't stay out here much longer. We need to find shelter soon.
I agree. Maybe there's a barn that we can just sneak into or something and not disturb the residents. I mean, it's kind of take a look around for that. If there's a barn anywhere that's like kind of detached from a house that no one's going to go out in the rain to look.
Sure. I'll give you an advantage for this because Gala knows this area quite well. But I think, Gala, why don't you make a survival advantage? Do it that way. You know these lands a little bit. It's hard to see very far just because of the rain. But Gala does find a nearby barn. You quickly look inside the windows and there's some livestock there. Some sheep and some goats with some hay, but no heebie-jeebies, shall we say. Looks safe enough, but it's you.
What do you think, Gala?
We need to do something. We can't be out here in the rain. And I fear I can't call on anyone else I know in the town for fear of what happening again. It's if it's following us or on us, then that's fine. But let's go. Let's do it.
So you enter into the park. The sheep and goats don't really react. It's a little dampened here, but if you'd like a long rest here, you can. Everybody except Toriel. In fact, everyone else can get a long rest.
Oh man. What is going on with my? Is it because of the whatever's going on? Some kind of visions and.
Remember, you had that horrible nightmare with Queen of Fear just ravaging the land and ripping people apart and just horrific scenes. And you're so shaken that it's hard for you to sit down for a long rest.
All right.
Toriel, what's your health look like, Toriel?
I feel about 50%. I'm just really wrecked after that nightmare.
Well, before I rest, I can give you lay on hands for 25 points.
And I can give you 15.
Oh, that is so generous. I feel like I only need about 19.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
So attuned with your body there, Toriel. That's amazing.
I know. I'm like really. Yeah. Should put that in terms of percent. I was like, I feel about 50%. You know.
On a scale of 1 to what?
Yeah.
Well, 19.
Malcolm, could I use this time, since I can't settle down, could I use this time to scribe a spell into my spell book?
What's the time for the scribe?
It's 2 hours per level, and I would like to, this is a tough choice, but given the rain, I think a tiny hut, 3rd level spell, would be practical.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
And I believe it's 50 gold per level as well, so 150 gold pieces and 6 hours of time.
Yep. Sure, you can do that.
Okay.
And I'm going to let you go in real time to do that because I just need to dash away for just a second. Sorry.
All right, no problem.
So I'll be right back.
Five 0.5, and all the other subclasses will work, but they're not quite the same because like everyone gets their subclass now at level 3, and so warlocks and sorcerers, even if you use legacy content, they're supposed to get level 1, but they get level 3. There's like wonkiness.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I noticed randomly that the Gloomstalker got nerfed a little bit. I was very disappointed to see that they don't have the extra attack on the first round. It's like, what?
Guess it's not obvious. I'm back.
Welcome back.
No.
So long rest successful. Scribing successful, Eric. But Eric, I'm going to need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Okie dokie. I'm gonna first roll of the night. Let's make it a good one. Oh, jeez. Oh man. Oh, can I can use. Let's see. Do I have a? Let me just see here. I think I do have one. I do have one chronal shift up my sleeve because I feel like this is gonna be bad.
Sure.
Like exhaustion bad.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, I'm gonna use my chronal shift to try to shake off this exhaustion and roll again. Oh, I don't know if that's any
Despite
better.
The lack of sleep, you, apart from mechanically getting a long rest, you do not suffer a point of exhaustion. And one thing you would have all noticed with your first real time out and about away from Odin beer is this rain, the lightning, everything bad with setting the land tends to be worse at midnight. So midnight is the worst time to be out and about.
Noted. Should probably not be out too late then.
So we travel early in morning.
Well, let me see, what did we get? We got the key, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, I got the key. I found the key. I picked the key up. So I'll say, well, we have the key. Now we need to get back into Open Bear. We have to sneak into that magic shop, I believe, and unleash whatever in the box, and so we can use that. So I guess sneaking back in, Randall. I know you live in the shanties. Is there any easier ways in to sneak in the city that you know of?
Oh, we've used quite a few, but I'm going to ask the DM in that question. Would I know of ways to sneak into the city?
Climbing walls would be the only way. I mean, it's a walled city for a reason, right? Most traffic comes in through the Crown Gate. That's where the trade and stuff goes through. Yeah. In a way, the New
as you
Gate
say-
is the hardest one to get through because you don't want those ruffian poor people in your city, do you? So the New Gate is the hardest one to get to.
Shall you say probably the easiest way is up and over?
How tall is the wall?
50 feet.
I
During
think
normal
there's a-
times, not that these are normal times, sneaking into the city like that would come with serious consequences.
There's boats come in, Malcolm. It looks like around on the Sea Gate. Do we see boats coming? I mean, we can probably go that direction and see if there are boats coming in, and maybe we can use a boat to get in if there's still traffic, and maybe have a fisherman sneak us in for gold, for coin, or I don't know.
It's certainly an option.
I mean, I'm going to ask everybody if something makes sense to them. And then the DM will probably have to tell if it does or not. I go, I'm looking for a place that's south of the river, third from the west, and it's called the Rat's Nest, maybe? Or I'll find a Rat's Nest. Has anyone ever heard of something south of the river, third from the west?
Shimanagami might have. He should know the city pretty well, I would think.
I'm thinking that the river goes through the Oathbreaker. I was just looking at that. And it's south of the river, third from the west. It doesn't ring any bells to me. I was hoping someone here might.
Anybody, it would be Shinigami. It's a Shinigami. Tell what, make me a history check so you can piece this together.
Not my strongest suit, even though I'm very, very old, but we'll see what happens. Or not.
No bells. Okay. Alright. Well, do we want to try to climb the gates? I could fly up and throw a rope down, and there's an area there where we wouldn't see anybody. Or we can try to sneak in through the sea gate with a... I'm not sure how we'd flag down a fisherman from the boat from the shore. Or maybe we could find someone who has a boat that's moored over by the fish gate, by the buried tower and the seabed. There's a bunch of boats there. Maybe we could find someone sympathetic to our cause, or someone who wants to help end this curse.
Yeah, I'm open to any of those ideas. I also, I'm going to describe a spell to you all. I can't think of a way to use it right now, but maybe, maybe this could come in handy. It could perhaps provide cover for us in one of the options that you speak of, Gayla. Like, if we were to try to climb the wall, perhaps just the top portion of it, I could make it look like it's just the wall itself. So as we climb into the cube itself, no one would be able to see us.
Well, I'm open for that. What does everybody else think?
Yeah, I'm fine.
First,
Do
I'm
you want
not.
to try climbing the wall first, or do you want to try to get a boat?
Well, maybe let's, before we do anything, let's maybe just take a look at the gate from afar, because the last time we looked at the gate inside, there was no one really paying attention. So perhaps we could just slip in. It's worth looking at.
We did hear from, unfortunately, our dearly departed Bass. His grandfather said there'd be posters of him up wanted. I'd imagine there might be posters of some of us who are also well known, so we need to be careful.
Yes, that's true.
They may not have noticed you too much, since your family is in the higher standings like Tyrael and mine. As Tyrael's the daughter of the schoolmasters.
Very true.
I could
So I just
perhaps.
would caution you and I being close up to that, because even with my hair being cut short, I still look like me.
I could probably assist with that.
And Shimigami, being a red cloak, and noticed, I mean, I'm going to look at Shimigami, you stand out everywhere you go.
I do, but I don't know if it's common knowledge yet of my standing. Unless there's wanted posters with me all over, I should still appear as a red cloak. In good standing.
Well, Randall, do you want to go closer to the gate and investigate first for us and see what you think?
Sure.
I know you have put on disguises before. Maybe you could try that again?
Absolutely.
We've got to get to Ulden there first. As you
Yes.
leave the barn and head south. Better perhaps Sepultura for a good night's sleep. Randall, can you roll me a d20, please?
D20.
Despite, I mean, it's starting to get quite soggy underfoot, kind of like ankle-deep mud. As this rain continues to fall down, you make your way to Odin here. You've got the rain cloaks on, right? So why don't you all make me a Constitution saving throw at advantage?
Did you see all those?
Yeah. Rolls to start.
Add a +3 if you're in my aura.
Oh yeah, I would definitely want to stay in your aura. It's so warm.
Is that advantage?
Advantage, but Shinigami is good enough, and Randall's obviously good enough. Kayla's good enough.
18 for Orin.
Okay. Wait, I think we're missing something. Oh, yeah, we're missing. Oh, we're missing
I missed
dice. that's just a spectator, and Venom, of course. Okay, so you
Is there
push
someone
on
up?
through through the mud to get sight on Oathbreaker. Oathbreaker is quite different than when you left it. Just at a cursory glance at a distance, you see there are crowds outside of the most of the map. There are crowds like outside the skeleton gate, the crown gate, and there are makeshift tents put up outside, and just it seems pretty obvious that people are trying to get into Oathbreaker to avoid the worst effects of the rain, but they're not being let in. You see a small trickle of people letting in, but the vast majority are kind of camped outside. It's almost like another shanties, kind of going around every gate. People are desperate to get in, but they're not.
I'm assuming that's what I get from my investigation. Or is that for everybody to see?
Oh, you can just see it. There's crowds around every gate of trying to get in, but they're not being let in. Maybe a handful of people. So more if you get a bit closer, but that's what you see from a distance. People want to get in, but they're not being let in.
Well, that cancels the going through the gate possibility.
Well, if we go over to the cliffside, I believe, which one is it? The Lucky Leap Tavern is closest to that. If we could find a safe spot on the wall that doesn't look patrolled, I could fly up with Turiel, and you could cast your spell to make the area look like there's nothing happening, and then we could throw a rope down and others could climb up.
I like it. I'm wondering if we should wait until nightfall. I know that's a lot of waiting around, but I would think that would increase our chances of not being seen once we get down on the other side of the wall.
It's raining harder though. The rope might be slicker, so I would say the daytime because and I'd look at
It's raining
Shimigami.
constantly.
Everyone's
It
strong,
hasn't
but
stopped raining since the Queen put the crown on her head.
it rains harder at night or during the day.
Worst at midnight.
Worse at midnight.
Degrees. It's bad all the time, but it's worst at midnight.
And then find that we can wait till night would be easier. Maybe we just have to find cover somewhere.
Well, it takes you pretty much a day to return back from where you were, so we can say it's early evening now. Might wait around an hour, but it doesn't really take that much waiting for the night to come. So I assume you keep a wide berth of Oathbreaker and end up where I show you on the map.
Sounds good. I'm sorry, this Eric. Toriel has been here the whole time, but Eric has not. We have the key. What is the next step? I'm assuming it's in town, but yeah, Eric doesn't know.
There is a magic shop. It's called Emporium of Marvelous Rarities. And there's a chest that has some kind of monster or demon in it that we need to break into because someone stole that when they left and their curse happened. And we have the chest, but we need to break into the Emporium of Marvelous Rarities. And there's a circle of magic that we can open it in and trap the beast that's in the box in. And then we can have the box.
Anti-magic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And then we can then break into the castle because there's the Tunnel of Love with the key to get the crown and put the crown in the box, and then return to Simonder. And then Simonder was going to do something with it that eludes me because it's been 2 weeks for Daniel and 1 day for Gala.
And the box not only nullifies it, but also it can't be tracked. So if we have the crown in the box,
yes.
nothing can track the crown.
And then
We also have to find, if I remember correctly, the actual Tunnel of Love. It's
To find the
Lord
Tunnel of Love.
Simeminder.
He told you need to find someone called Narder Tick, who's the current architect who would know the location of the Tunnel of Love. So this was
Yep.
initially constructed by Arlen the Constructor, and it's been handed down to Royal Architect over the generations. And it's called the Tunnel of Love because, Glandering kings would use it to bring up mistresses and prostitutes.
Would we know where he's at?
You got an address?
Or
Okay. Okay, well, that answers my question. Thank you. I didn't get much sleep last night.
And you feel very strongly for some reason that you should do the Magic Emporium of Magical Rarities first, as opposed to finding Narrative Dick. Just for some reason, you feel that would be the better option to do next.
The less people know we're looking for that area, the better.
Let's see here. This might be the best place to get in, but where is the Emporium?
Number
14 on the map, which is to the far left of the coin district.
Okay.
And
I
But we need to
think,
get back to Lord Under first because it's
I
night.
think everybody
And
was going back to Simonder first to show they had the key.
yes.
And he has the box. They have the box there. The woman has the box there. We didn't bring it with us.
You already have the box, but the problem is there's a demon in the box. Very powerful.
Yeah, but it's luckily tagged. We didn't bring it with us
Oh yeah, luckily.
on our outing.
And one other thing, Rhysio Tane had a wife called Avarinda, and an adventuring group as well. And they were planning the heist of all heists to get over the magical, to rob the Emporium. And Avarindra, she was the undercover agent in there. And she got the trust of the main guy there and almost flirted with him a little bit. And they're all set. She mapped out all the places where the traps are, where the magical glyphs are, the best way to go, and how to get into the secret vault. But she was discovered. She was discovered by the master of the Emporium. And she fled. And she fled with the box. Gave it to Rhysio Tane before running away and eventually then caught up by the powers of the and assassinated. So just adding the context to that, which is what Rhysio Tane told you. And without this map, you're like just wandering around in the dark in a very powerful, magical place. So the map's essential.
it may not mean much as well, but I believe the Emporium is next to the Halfling Treasure. That would be the parents of Byra, who we saved not too long ago. Perhaps we may not have very many allies in the city, but that may be one. Perhaps they know of a way to get in unnoticed.
I think that's a great idea. We'd have to make it halfway across town, but it will be dark, so that will hopefully help us.
Going to have the map, of course.
Yes, we need the we need the map, and we don't know who might have that.
No, Rhysio Tane.
Okay.
Rhysio Tane is the proprietor of the Lucky Tavern.
Well, we need to go there first, then.
Yeah, this guy, the barkeeper. It was his wife that did the heist.
Oh, and I know I'm not with you guys yet. Remember, the key can only open a locked door one time per day. It's not unlimited uses. It has to recharge.
Shall we go up and over then?
Do it.
So once night has come sufficiently far, where are you going over? You want to ping it for me?
I'm gonna have Owly kind of survey the wall and with her night eyes to see if there's a section with fewer guards or no guards, preferably.
Sure. Perception check for.
Okay. Sorry, let me look up Owly here. Or Timely. I keep on
Timely.
calling.
I was going to say timely.
Timely, yes. Okay. Almost there. You said it at advantage? Oh, because yeah, it's within sight. They do have keen sight. Okay.
Naturally. And hello, Jeff.
Hello, everybody. Sorry I'm late.
That's right. Nice to have you back again. It's been a while, actually, Jeff. Schedule's been quite aligned. I went away for a week. You went away for a week.
I'm not sure what I just did there. I'm gonna just roll twice because I. What the heck is going on here? Try that again. There it goes. Oh, poor Timely.
Yeah, Timely's not used to this type of rain. It does give you two possible options, though. One here, behind these trees. No one's really patrolling there. And behind these trees as well. And this is you looking through her eyes. So, yeah. Basically, this clump of trees or this clump of trees.
Oh, so do you get a higher wisdom than 3 since you're using yours?
Oh,
It's always a creature's eyes.
owl size. Yep. I'm thinking here only because it's further distance between the two towers. What do you think?
Well, looking at the road, there is we'd have to go through a plaza, and by the purple bookworm, if we go that shorter distance, and the longer distance, there seems to be more houses and cover to get to the Lucky Leap at 44. So, I think where the marker is, I think that would be best. Yes.
Okay, let's do it.
There's some flyings involved.
Yeah, I'm going to use my bonus action to use my divine transformation and bring out my rings, and I'll pick up Toriel and I'll fly up to the wall. I am stealthily.
Yeah, and before we get there, I will cast Silent Image to make it look just like there's a wall there with nobody on top of it.
It's an exact copy of the wall, in other words.
Yes.
Okay, tell you what, both Gala and Toriel, can you make me stealth checks? I'm going to say it's straight. One, because you're going in rain and it's hard to be invisible in rain. But two, with the advantage of the wall.
Lucky for that.
Oh, okay.
And I would like to guide myself, if that's all right.
Sure.
15.
That's a terrible luck roll there, Daniel.
Yeah.
That is bad. Your luck is running out.
Okay, but regardless, you do fly up there. Well, how are you attaching it? Using it like a grappling hook, something like that?
Well, I mean, that's a good question. I don't even have any rope, so Sue, does somebody have some rope to give me to do this with? No, I do. I have 50 feet of rope. I do not have a grappling hook that I see in my inventory, though.
I don't know why, but I have pittons and
Okay. So you can
I
drive.
have crowbar. All sorts of things that I don't know why Toriel would have.
I have hammers and pittons too, personally, because of my smithing background.
Okay, so this is what happens then. You fly up there, you bring the rope with, you tie hammer the python in, being as quietly as you can. Then you're about to throw the rope off, and it slips over the other side of the wall. The piton comes out of the top of the wall, and clang, 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 as it falls to the ground, making a hell of a racket.
Oh boy. Does the rain cover that up a little bit?
It's loud. So,
Okay.
Oh,
Is there a way to tie a rope around the crenellations, or one of them?
these things you mean?
The whatever. I think they're called crenellations. The little, if it has like the ups and downs across the wall, tie around one of them.
Okay.
The crenellation.
Well, you could, but both of you make a perception check. Toriel and Dave.
Is it something that I know I'm looking for? Can I guide myself?
No.
Okay. Okay.
Well, it works anyway. What you hear is below you on this side of the wall, something approaching. And you peer over the side, and you see one of those werewolf fire-breathing guys. He's grabbed and is investigating the python and the rope directly below you.
Oh snap! I thought I was on the other side. Okay. No. Okay. Well, that's gonna give us away.
Well, I can't fly us back down. My wings only last a minute, and they're already expired.
Eric, I would imagine that Gala and Toriel are quicker on their feet thinking of what to do, but Eric's slow, so he's gonna look at his repertoire real quick.
Yeah, I got nothing.
It's like we can try to silence him, but I don't know if we could do it quickly enough.
No, they're unholy knights. Quite strong, from what I remember at the coronation. We're hidden though because it's a silent image. So he comes up where he's gonna see just a normal wall, but I'm not sure for how long.
I'm with you. I'm gonna give Timely a piton and ask her to fly quickly around, not to give away our position, and drop a python somewhere in a different direction, and make sure it makes noise. Drop on stone.
Okay, sure, easy enough to do. So Timely comes and does a massive arc like this, right, keeping well away from you.
Yep.
And drops it about there, in
Yes.
the Garden of the Sleepers.
Right on the wall. Yeah, right on the wall or something to make noise. Assuming that is a wall that she's right above, maybe.
Yeah, it's just a simple wall around the graveyard, just to section it off. It's not very easy to climb over the top. Okay, roll me a d20, Toriel.
Alright.
You summon 4 more guards.
Hopefully a 1 is good. I don't know.
The knight looks around briefly, shrugs, just stands up and says, starts climbing the wall, oblivious of what time we did. Another time to roll a natural one. So this guy's climbing up the wall. He's going to be there in about, we'll say, a minute. It's been very clear
Okay.
when he's climbing up the wall.
I whisper to Gala. Do you think we could throw this creature over the wall, like it's basically kind of help it up, and right over the other side of the wall?
I don't see why that we couldn't.
I'm not very strong.
And I'd look at you and I'd be like, I'd be doing most of the work, I would say, but
Yes.
we'd have the advantage of surprise, I would say.
Yes.
I don't think we could outright kill it, but that might be an idea. Or we can hide, and as it comes up, we could push it. I've seen you push things with your mind, I believe.
Yes, I could try that.
I
Try to push it towards the wall. Try to push it over on the other side of the wall. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Man, I thought I had. Do you have a way to communicate to our colleagues on down below without giving away our position? We should let them know that something might be falling.
No.
Honestly, could I see them from where we're at?
Yes. See them.
All right, and because this is a very unique feat that I took, I know exactly what y'all have been saying.
Oh,
So,
Because
nice.
when you
I
ping
feel
it
like you're
here-
very. You might be very observant. That's what I'm.
that's the
Yeah.
reverse one, yeah.
I can read lips.
Do I know that you have this ability, or have I noticed that you're very observant? I don't. Because if so, I would try to say it quietly that we have company. We're gonna try to throw it over the wall to you.
I'm gonna relay to Shinigami and Vinnick. I think they're running into some trouble. Perhaps a guard or something is on its way. I think they're going to try to push it over to us, and we need to dispose of it quickly.
Right, of course. I'll be ready to help.
So we're saying you all have a ready to action. That when this creature lands, you're gonna deal with it.
Now I'll shove it towards the wall, the area, and then Turiel will telekinetically shove it as our surprise
Yeah.
action, I guess.
Yeah. I like.
Well, he's just about to climb over the top of the wall. So what are you doing?
So I'm going to grab it and throw it to the other side of the wall, and then Turiel is going to telekinetically shove it over the wall.
Okay, so it's
You're gonna
almost
try.
this snarling form comes over and it sees you, Gala, about to grab it. Make me an athletics check, Gala. Try and grab it and pull it over. You have to be to 15.
Can I use it in
Not really good.
function to try to give, like, use the telekinetic shove to try to give Gala advantage?
Well, then you wouldn't have your telekinetic shove to shove it, so right?
Well,
so
can I?
use a lucky for this.
All right.
It's another lucky. Oh Jesus! All right, that's done.
No more chronal shifts over here.
Roll for initiative.
Oh man. Do I get to shove it as my bonus action? Just try to kind of shove it.
Oh, as your action, your prepared thing, yeah.
Yeah, my.
Didn't you use that to... Oh, no. Yeah, sure. It's a strength saving throw from it, right?
It is, and let's see. It is DC. I don't even know what it is.
I
DC.
rolled an 11, so I think it's more like...
Oh. Yeah, it's a 15.
So we'll say it's
So I just move it.
to the
sorry.
edge of the wall, but not over the wall.
Okay.
Oh, it rolled bad for initiative. Excellent.
Oh, I need to roll mine here.
And who are we missing? Vinnick, do you want to roll it?
I do. Yes. Sorry.
That's right.
Here we go. going on? Try that again. That work? Yeah.
Okay. No, it didn't, but I can add you in. Fennec 14. Okay. So, Toriel, you push him slightly to the edge as Gala follows to get a grip on him, and he lets out a long howl as a free action. And Toriel, you're up.
Okay, is it wearing metal armor?
Yes, plate mail armor and a shield, in fact.
Okay. Oh. I guess I'll still do it. I'll use a shocking grasp at advantage since it's wearing metal.
Sure.
Let me think here. I don't think there's anything else that would work. Does a 20 hit?
20 just hits.
All right. So 9 lightning.
Yep.
And then I'm going to try to shove it closer to the edge or over if possible.
Doesn't it lose its reaction with shocking grasp?
Yeah.
It does.
Okay, so a telekinetic shove, strength saving throw.
Nice.
And it's going to take 5d6 damage.
Oh, so it does make it over. Cool.
Over the
Okay.
natural one, I think.
All right.
Look at that damage.
Nice.
Also,
That's like a
nail.
Toriel's best attack ever.
Okay, and you guys, Shinigami, Randall, and Venick, you watch it land on the ground prone. Feel free to give it a good old whack.
Nice. Let's do that.
Randall's on him.
So an advantage is
Advantage.
prone Shinigami?
Oh.
Ooh, an advantage?
Even with advantage.
Shinigami, that hits. Venick, that hits. Probably should use your great sword though, as opposed to your short sword.
Oh, how did I miss that? Can I just take that roll and roll the damage for the?
Take the 22, yep.
Okay, so 2d6 plus 3. Let's do that here real quick. Nice. 2d6. So it's 9.
9 and 6. At 15 hit points, so perhaps less dangerous than you thought as it lands and you just lay into it. I think I should take half of the glory from that with my spectacular 5d6 roll.
Yes, that was very nice.
But he did let out a howl.
Yes.
Toriel, can for us,
I'm gonna-
back.
Yeah, I'm gonna mouth the. We got to move quickly because there'll be more, and I'm gonna try to attempt to wrap my rope around one of the crenellations. Gala, are you better at tying knots than I am? I'm sure you are.
Maybe.
I can guide you.
All right, let's go for it. I've been doing great tonight. I feel it coming.
Hey, well, let's get a 4. 3, yeah, that's not bad. I feel like that's a good knot. That looks like a very good knot, Gala.
I think it's one of the best knots I've ever tied.
So quickly tie it up, put it over to the side. Who's going up?
Randall will go up first, because
That's
just in
it's
case we need to
advantage.
hold it.
Yep, no problem. Randall, you zoom on up. Shinigami. Same thing, athletics at advantage. That 10. I had it in my mind, so 10 will make it. And we quickly roll for Venick since he's AFK. And Venick makes it over. So you skip down the other side, slide down the rope. And you were inside the walls. What do you do?
I think we're beelining it to the lucky leaf. Yeah, lucky leap.
Lucky me.
I'm going to look around and see if there are posters anywhere posted with our faces.
Well, you start heading away from the wall and kind of going down these back streets here to get there. and there are no posters. Maybe one of the reasons is the rain is so strong that posters would just melt in the rain. I'll tell you this though. When you wake up in the morning, over the minaret of the speaker, which is like the town's public address system, saying "Wanted," Gala Rono gives you description. Reward for alive 2,000. Reward for dead 1,000. Vinnick gives us a description of Vinnick, lists the same prices. That's what happens in the morning. So there's no posters about you, but there's descriptions of you that's being distributed around the city.
Just those two, or
No, everybody.
or all of us?
It's just the exact
Everybody.
And
Damn it.
Tragically, it gives one of Bass as well.
Too soon.
Man, should have took his body, got $1,000, 1,000 gold pieces out of it.
Dang it.
Oh,
But you rush back. Well, you get back to the luckily tavern safely enough. The metal plates on the windows are down there, but you quickly identify yourself, and you retreat back to a place of safety. And the luckily tavern, one of the few places of safety you have. And you reconnect there with Toriel's mother, Lord Simonder, Ricio Tane, and your old crew. And Lord Simonder, as you rush down into this, says, "Well, how did it go? Did you get the key?"
yes, but it cost us dearly. We lost one of ours. Bass.
I have mixed feelings about that. I mean, he was an arsehole, but he was a useful arsehole.
He seemed to have sacrificed himself for us, or maybe it was the bloodlust that overtook him again. Hard to tell if he put up darkness and disappeared within it and held off the beasties that were assailing us. So, saved us or lost to bloodlust, could not tell. I like to think he saved us.
Well,
Yes.
there'll be time to mourn, but not right now. You got the key?
Aye.
Well, that is something. Now, are you clear what the plan is for them here?
Yeah, we need to sneak into the magic shop, and I'll say, does Rico Tane's wife know a way to get in easily?
Brother, it is too soon. She has long left this world. She and my crew worked undercover inside of the Emporium of Magical Rarities. She managed to get out, gave me the box of magical nullification, and she went on the run, but by all accounts they found her and killed her. So she is dead. As I said, I used to be part of a group. There was myself, my wife, departed, and I think the heist all went wrong because of the third member of our adventuring trio, a genasi called Drift. It is not much of a stretch of imagination that to say that me and him have some incredibly bad blood. I blame him for his incompetence that eventually led to my wife's death. So let's just say we're not on speaking terms. But the wrinkle in the fabric, the fly in the ointment here is this genasi Drift. He has the map.
sorry for your loss and for what happened, but for what's befallen the kingdom, we must put that aside for now.
Well, you speak wisdom, but sometimes the fears of the heart take precedent over everything. I'll put my hatred aside for the moment. Well, either way you look at it, you guys need to go find Drift.
Any ideas where he's from? Is he low-born, noble-born? Is he? What do we know about? What do you know about him? You could share with us.
He started
Besides the-
as lowborn, like most of us did, but proved to be quite a useful ally in our little adventuring trio. So he's risen up by there. I'm not sure if he's seeking redemption, seeking absolution, seeking forgiveness. But from what I've heard, he's retreated back to the monastery of the Spirited Leaf. Which is over there, yep. And if you remember during the drinking games, the Battle of the Tipsy Two, you were drinking drinks from the monastery of the Spirited Leaf. It's a very religious group. They're very much pro the Redeemer. So now you've only just got back to Odin here, but I fear you must brave the outside world once again.
We had trouble getting back into the city. Do you know of an easier way into the city? Are there merchants? I mean, it looks like people are camped outside, can't get into the city. Are merchants coming through on boats? Is there another way into the city? Some way you could, some ideas of getting back into the city again? That was it's not the easiest thing to do, unfortunately, getting in and out.
Ricio Tane says, I have some contacts. I mean, I run an establishment here. I need fish, I need Spirited Leaf stuff, and I happen to know some merchants who have been letting allowed to go in and out of the city to basically keep the commerce flowing. Are heading off to Ronald's End to collect some fish from there. Perhaps you could hide in the caravan, and once you're far enough away, head off west. What do you think?
Look at the group.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the best course of action.
Maybe we rest here the night since we traveled all day, and in the morning, if they're leaving in the morning, we leave with them in the morning. Mr. Tang.
Yeah, of course. And they're due to come here pretty much at first light. To leave the main gate at first light, and I can arrange a rendezvous point before they leave the main gates and get you on board. But rest up for now. We'll see what happens come morning.
I'm going to ask them before we long rest or rest at all. Simonder and Tane, I'm going to ask them that. Have you ever heard of something south of the river, third from the west? There's a rat's nest. We could find a rat's nest. Have either of you heard about anything like that?
Rat's nest.
South of the river, third from the west. I will find a rat's nest.
Well, there is the just a second. When south of the river, third from the west, a rat's nest. I mean, the Deep Warrens is an inn. It's sort of an underground place. There's the literal rat catcher's inn as well. Those two things would spring to mind.
Okay. Oof, that's far from here. Across 2 bridges. All right.
Are we attempting to break into the Emporium?
I think we need the map. Yeah.
Oh, you need the map first.
Well, you could do it, but just list all the traps and gives you a layout or the magical glyphs and things like that.
You know, since I was going to make a joke. Since you don't like Drift, let's not get that guy. Let's leave him out completely. No, you didn't like him. I'm good with it. Just us. No.
Mr. Jeff.
Yep.
Come with me to voice channel 2 if you'd be so kind, good sir.
Okay. Voice.
Vinnick,
Hello.
you're hungry.
Oh, I figured that might be the case. And this is we're in the daylight. This is not going to be easy for me to sneak away, right? So.
Well, you're in the middle of the night now, as everybody's settling down for a long rest.
Okay.
The inn is under lockdown. Like all the main doors and everything are just got this metal sheet of metal as a protective thing. You would know, actually, that there's a button under the bar that would remove the metal plates. You've got a bit of a problem, my friend. What do you do?
We've been in the inn a few times. Do I think that there's any other way of trying to get out without doing the button? And sorry, gotta get
Well, the
out of here.
problem is that all windows, all doors are closed with metal plates.
Okay,
And the whole point
got
is
it.
to stop people coming in and out.
Got it. All right, so I see the new map. And,
Yeah, I just rebuild
okay.
everything because why not?
Yeah, okay, all right. So do I know how the button works? If I hit the button, does it open and then close behind me? Or is it like, no, if I open it, all the doors are open and they will be until somebody pushes the button again?
It's you press it open, you press it again, and they shut.
Okay. All right. Well, because I'm hungry, I got to deal with this. Is there, I guess before I decide to leave, this is a tavern. There is food.
Yep.
There's food. That means there's probably mice or rats. Do they have a cellar that I might be able to escape to see where, see if they have any mice? Yeah. I'd like to go down into the basement and see if I can find any critters that might be trying to snack on stuff that's in their cellar.
Okay, so let's just say you make some excuse about needing to go to the bathroom or something. Something perfectly normal. And just privately want to type
Thank
that
you. I
into
was
D20.
forgetting to do it. So I do a forward strike GR space D20, and that will be private.
Yep.
And
what's your stealth modifier?
stealth is a -1.
So you sneak out of the room, making some excuse to you need to go up to up these set of stairs here, and one of the crown guards saying, "What you doing, miss?"
Yeah, I was trying to find my way to the bathrooms. I was directed to go down these stairs. That's right?
There's one over here. Master Vinnick. Sorry, I called you miss there. Master Vinnick, over here. This bathroom right there.
Okay. Does the guy look like he's just passing by, or he's like, no, he's hanging out, making sure people don't go where they're not
Oh, it
supposed
looks
to go?
like he just came from the bathroom himself.
Okay. I am going to go to the bathroom that he directed me to. And hopefully he will continue down the hallway and leave. And
Yep.
then I will come back out and try to go down the stairs.
Okay, so you head to the cellar level, and you're right where there's food, there's mice. Why don't you make me a survival check? Right, make that same GRD20 roll again, so the other people don't know what's going on.
That would have been bad. Okay, so forward GR space D20. Okay, this one, at least I'm better at this. Oh my gosh, that was a terrible roll. Okay, it's a +5, so I got a 6, I guess.
If there are rats here, they're either hiding from you or you can't catch them. Something else comes across your mind as well, Bennick. I know you weren't here personally, Jeff, but as you're wandering outside, the whole landscape is just getting polluted and terrible. It's going to be a lot harder to find fresh food out there. So it's something that's weighing on your mind, I'm saying. No mice down here. It takes you a good hour, and you know that the guard might start getting suspicious if you don't turn up. I mean, it's up to you. You can either try and find food elsewhere, or you could take the 2 points, the D2 points on your hunger level.
Let's see. So I'm at full right now, and I don't remember. I'd have to scroll up to click on that thing. I think if I fall to 8, that's still probably okay. I think what I would like to do is I will not try to arouse suspicion by trying to escape in the night with the lockdown feature. But what I do want to do when the party gets out is I want to try to sneak away from them. And maybe at that point it's actually I won't even sneak. I'm just going to tell them that I have to do something and I will meet up with them. So we're not going to stealth away from them. I'm just going to tell them that I have to go. And I'm not, and similar to what happened when was it Randall? I think it was Randall had followed me.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think that's going to be
honest about it, that you need to go. Let's go to the other voice channel.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
There he is. Good. We were in character talking about sneaking out this night to go to the Rat's Den or whatever it was called. The map's gone. So that's what we were doing, Malcolm, while you were with Bennick.
Okay.
Now that Bennick's back, I'm going to say
you guys were thinking about sneaking out.
I'm going to say Bennick, and I'll back away from Bennick, and I'll back away a little way from Bennick, and I'll say, I know what you are, and I don't know how I feel about it. When I was checking for dark entities, my senses told me that there's something wrong with you. Something that I'm not sure how I feel about. I know you, Bennick. You've been honorable and fought along our sides, but what has happened to you? Come clean. I know that you are not fully alive.
But
I use my divine senses as a player, I'm just going to tell you, and you pinged on me. I know you're not fully alive. What has happened to you? And I had my hands on my sword poem. I don't have it pulled out, but I'm saying this to you, Bennick.
So I'm going to share something did happen to me. Very perceptive. Basically, my life force changed, and that's what allowed me to come back. But it's not the same as I was before, and I now have unnatural cravings that I have to deal with. I'm still the same person that you know before, but I do have this other side that I have to contend with.
What do you mean cravings?
Yes.
What do you mean by that? I'll look at you suspiciously.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were like, you mean cravings? Yes, I do mean cravings.
I like chicken pot pie too, you know?
Well, I'm sorry. I'm speaking with Gayla. Who am I speaking with? This is.
Oh, I'm saying this in front of everyone towards
Okay,
you.
so we're speaking. Okay, all right. Well,
Everyone towards you. I don't want to.
my cravings are unnatural. And it is a craving for flesh. I have had to escape a couple times, sneak out to quench this craving because it's life-threatening for me if I don't address it. So far, I've been able to deal with it without harming people. But
Does it mean you can kill animals and
Yes,
quench your thirst?
that is correct.
Do you look at people to quench your thirst? Gayla's gonna looking very uneasy.
No. As I shared with you, the longer I go, the more severe the cravings could be. But I have been able to keep this under control, and I have not partaken the flesh of any humanoids.
Can I roll an insight check on that?
Sure.
Yeah, I think we probably all would be.
Okay. I think they. Oh. Jeff. Are you telling the truth? What do you think were those insight things?
I believe I'm telling the truth.
So you believe him that he has not consumed human flesh.
Okay. Was that what you were sneaking out the other night?
Yes, and I'm embarrassed by it, Randall, and I did share with you that it's something I had to take care of. I was not lying to you. I have not lied to any of the party. My intentions are true. I still believe in our cause, and this is just something that has afflicted me, and I need to deal with it in order to remain among you and myself.
Well, now that it's out in the open, I think we could do a lot better job of making sure that your cravings stay contained.
Well, you noticed I stepped away. I was, to be honest with you, we are in lockdown, and I am having these cravings now, and I need to address this. I would like to address this. I went to the cellar looking to see if I might be able to find some rats or mice. There's definitely evidence that there are such creatures here, but I could not see any. So I was going to make it through the night and perhaps deal with it in the morning, just so we didn't have to unlock the facility and draw suspicion to ourselves and risk to others.
They will approach you and they can say, I've known you for some time and you've always been trustworthy. You must tell us if this gets worse. She'll pause and she'll say, it's no secret, I fear the undead. My mother, when I was young, was murdered in front of me, and a necromancer brought her back from the dead to kill me. And my own mother lurched forward as a zombie, attacked me, and if it wasn't for my horseman, which his name is, it's fine real fast. Rupert saved my life, but ever since then, the undead unnerve me at times and bring me back to my childhood. But you must be honest with us. I trust you now, but if things change, you must be honest with us.
I will be honest with you. As I have shared, I have not partaken of it has just been animals and lowly life animals, if you will. I have not gotten into, well, it's like, I've been effective of keeping these cravings subsided. There is some ability for me to go for days but I prefer not to do that. The cravings could become much. They can get to the point where if I don't address them, it will affect my ability to remain me.
Maybe you are cursed or afflicted, and we can also on our travels cure you of this. You are always been a trusted companion, and I wish to keep trusting you.
Thank you. I do appreciate that.
Perhaps we should acquire you a stock of, let's call it emergency food.
Paramix.
I'm not as a player. I could say timely every day. You can feed timely to him, and I could feed my horse, and I could resummon my horse, and you could resummon timely. We got infinite food for this dude. No.
Toriel's very offended. I don't think so. No.
Yeah. That was more joy. Anyway, so to lighten the mood. But anyway, so Galen would say, "I'm sorry this has happened to you. Maybe we can find some relief or reverse what has happened to you somehow."
That would be great. I'm sorry that I have not been able to be honest with you. I'm somewhat embarrassed about this, and I appreciate your understanding.
Well, we were talking about sneaking out to find the rat's nest for voices that I've been heard. I told the group that I've been hearing voices leading me to different locations, and I don't feel it's malicious, but I have been attacked around the wall by those gnolls that were possessed, going straight for me. So I don't know if that's part of it, or if they're keeping me from something, or if they're luring me. But we were thinking about going out to the rat catchers inn, which is across town. Maybe on the way we could find something for you, or we could wait till morning. It's up to the group. We are wanted, and we do have some vantage with viewpoints with hourly or timely flying above us to point out maybe potential patrols, but dangerous no matter what.
Yeah, I think we should. Do we know what time it is? We want to avoid midnight, but if we have enough time tonight before midnight, then I say we do it tonight. But if we're close to midnight, then I would say maybe we get up early.
Well, or maybe we could do that maybe, but we have to meet the merchant, and we do need to find this drift, so he doesn't feel too left out.
Yes.
But right now it could be a good time. What do you, Shimagami? How do you feel about this going out and this hunger?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was trying to check out my hunger caliber or whatever you want to say. So yes, no. Let's if you guys are willing to go out, I was excited about that opportunity to be able to quench my thirst or quench my hunger. Let's do it.
Better than biting my finger.
Thinking of the scene in Dracula where what's his name cuts himself shaving, and Dracula's like, "Oh, wow!" licks the blade, right? Yeah.
Is Dracula dead loving it? No, that's the Van Stoker one. Yeah. There's another one I was thinking of, but yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Malcolm, what approximately what time is it? Would you say?
Well, I know this has been on Gala's mind for a while, so this is before your long rest, say about 10 p.m. Take a while to come back into the city and travel across Aglarion.
Right. Well, as long as we get shelter before midnight, I think tonight is the right time.
So you head out of the inn?
I believe so, yes. I don't
Where are you going? What are you doing? Says Lord Sidewinder. You wanted people. What are you doing?
there's something I have to do. There's been a voice guiding me some places, and it's been insistent that I find something. It's come to me twice and said, "Soon, come find it soon," and I feel it's of grave importance given what's happened to the town. I feel it's something to do with my divine heritage, and I think now is the timing. It's the best time to do it. Is now, while the city's still grappling with the changes in the night, and before much longer.
Where exactly did you hear these voices, Gala?
I heard them around the wall. I heard them first. There was a back alley in the High District. There was I had to go up on the rampart itself and to one of the garrisons on top, and it's leading me down to this place called the Rat's Nest.
So let me get this straight. This time of the Midnight Curse. You know what the old wall is built by? It was built by the Dark Angels. It's a very strange, mysterious place. You think it's wise to be listening to these voices, especially at this time, Gala?
It's happened before the curse happened. It was happening a week, if not maybe longer, just before the curse started. And maybe it's something that will help us with the curse, since it happened before then. I've felt no malice from it, and I feel that things are keeping me from it, maybe. Like when I was attacked at the Alley of Menace, and with my Major Domo Lily, when she was turned to a zombie, came straight for me. I feel that there's things trying to stop me from finding this. We all have secrets. Quick out of character. Were we talking about Venik in front of Lord Simonder also, or does someone not know about it?
I took this as an aside conversation because it's very personal and private to Venik. I don't imagine you just announce it to the room as a whole, so I assume it's just between you guys.
I'm not going to say we also need to get a snack for Buddy, but I'm not going to say that then. So I'll say I'll consult the group and my companions, and we'll come to a decision. Thank you for your concern, Simonder. Do we still go out? Venik, how are you feeling? Or do we wait until we come back?
I can wait. It's not dire.
I don't know how dire this voice is that's leading me there, though. It's come to me twice, asking for this location to find it.
I support you. If you want to go, I'm willing to go with you. I just don't want us to go because of my cravings.
On me. TPK on me, okay. Everyone, how does everyone feel about being wanted, and should we let maybe a day go by to let that settle out maybe, so it's...
I don't know if that's going to ever settle, but perhaps if we go ahead and get some of the... Maybe it's something we can investigate after our mission?
Yeah, we'll sneak back in on that side, and on the way back to the Lucky Tavern, we can find it. You might have more help also. That's wise, I would say. I guess we'll wait till morning, and when we sneak back in the town, we'll try.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, does the box here in the Lucky Tavern also, or is it not in the Lucky Tavern, the box we need? Malcolm?
It's in the Lucky Tavern.
We'll take it with us also. I say, Thane, we'll take it with us, because if we sneak back in, we may not be able to make it to the Lucky Tower. We may go straight to the marvelous rarities.
All right. Fair enough. I hand you over the box of magic nullification.
Nice.
Okay, so lots of competing interests, lots of decisions to be made, but you do successfully get a long rest. Vinnick,
Yay!
do you want to roll me a D2, please?
Who?
Do you know how to roll a
Would you say,
D2?
Malcolm?
Oh, you're asking me to do it?
No, I'm asking Vinnick.
A D2? Is that what you said?
Yep, a D2
Yep.
like that.
Right. /R space D2. Sorry, I didn't hear you say anything. Okay.
So I assume you know what that D2 means?
I do. Yes.
Okay, cool. Right. Okay, morning comes. You're provided with food. I mean, this is one of the advantages of this hideout, as it were. There's lots of food here. All people here could stay for several weeks at least. All right. All right. So, Rusi-sen says you're looking to leave the city.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Malcolm. I have an idea. The person that brings the server that brings us the food. I'm going to ask the person. I'm like, do you have a rodent issue here at all? Just curious.
We try and keep them at bay as best we can. But yeah, there's somewhat of an issue here. I'm sorry, did you find red droppings in your food?
No, not at all. I applaud you. I just know that this is something that happens with food places where food is served. What do you do to keep them at bay?
Poison.
Oh, okay. I see. Got it. I wasn't sure if you trapped them or something, but I thought
Red poison.
Yeah.
is most useful.
Very good then. Okay, we'll keep up the good work. Thank you so much.
Okay. She walks away. Alright, if you're looking to get out of the city, says Riccio-Tang, I've arranged a meeting with a shipment leaving from the Bearded Warrior's shop. Well, that's not where they're going. They're going north to Ronald, but they're leaving. The meetup point's at the Bearded Warrior's shop. 6.
Ooh, that's
So
not
get
that
there.
far.
The cart will be open. Just sneak in the back, and they'll do the best to provide the distraction for you.
Do we want to try in the morning? Because that's not too far from... Well, no, let's get help. Let's get drift. And then come back.
Yes. Must get drift. We must find this drift.
So, the Riccio-Tang brings you to the upper level of the Lucky Leap Cavern. And you might remember that there's a button that he pushes behind the bar there that removes all these metal plates from all the windows. It's alright. Get out, quickly! And he presses the button. You all dash outside. You find yourself once again on the streets of Eglarian, wanted people. And at this point you hear the minaret announcing the rewards for your heads, 2,000 alive, 1,000 dead, which is a small fortune. Oh. Okay, Eglarian. What do you do?
No?
Should we
No,
go
leave the bridges alone. Oh, go ahead, I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say maybe we should try to go out the way we came. Fewer streets.
Yeah. Should go north around into the North District and avoid the bridges. They seem to be bottlenecks.
Kind of realize that. I mean, I'm taking you along the main street, but you're going along the side streets, I assume. And how are you getting over there? Stealthily? Dashing? Confidently?
Definitely cloaks
Yeah.
over our heads to, we got cover, right? It's the rain, so of course we're gonna have our hoods over.
Sure. Sure.
So I think stealth, hiding in plain sight.
Well, no, this way.
Time leaf flying above
roll
us.
me a D100. 78. As you dashing along the side streets, your minds go back to the misadventures you've had so far. And remember, it all started back in the old grind at the mill when you found out about these demon possessions. There was a first hint that something was slightly wrong. And you remember you rescued Miss Ivory, and you also rescued a black steed as well. It was from the two inside of the Inferno. And it further comes back to life because as you're ducking down one of these side streets, you see that black steed that it's rescued. Probably escaped from Wanderer's Villa now that he's not really around. And it looks really bad. Some of its skin has rotted off, revealing it as a rib cage underneath. It's frothing at the mouth, it's bucking wildly, and it's passive for a second, and you see some of its teeth have fallen out. Its fur, where there is fur, is matted and bloody almost. And it just looks like a mess of an animal. You could walk around it if you like. It's kind of down an alleyway. What do you do?
Perhaps we should avoid this. It might draw attention to us if we approach it.
Agreed. Let's keep a low profile.
Okay.
All right.
So leaving a wide berth about this creature that you saved, but it seems like just another victim of this curse. And gives you, I imagine, Gala, it gives you a little bit of the heebie-jeebies because it's got that undead zombie horse vibe about it. But you find your way to the Bearded Warrior's weapon shop. If you remember, you actually fought this guy in the King's Games. I forget what his name was, but remember he was pushing items. That was this guy. And there's people like just getting ready for a trade run. And they see you and they lock eyes with you and then they ignore you. And they start almost giving you cover to jump into the wagon. Jump in, I assume?
Definitely.
Jump in the way.
Okay, so you jump in. I mean, you know, a lot of people are opposed to what Queen Athena's doing. I mean, it's hard not to be. But it's also hard to be open about it as well, because of all the fire-breathing guards, the witch servants, cultists, all those type of things. But eventually, the wagon leaves through the crown gate. You hear a conversation between as soon as the Greyhound I said, "Oh, where are you going? Need to see your papers." You hear the driver of this wagon hand over papers and say, "The fine's gone. The gate fees have gone up to 10 gold pieces." I don't have 10 gold pieces. I'll turn around and head back the way you came. I'm sorry. This is vitally important. We need to go here to collect the fish from Ronald's End so the people can. I don't give a rat's ass. 10 gold pieces or you can't go through. You guys do anything?
Without giving away, I'm gonna try to mage hand 10 gold pieces near the drive. Yeah, basically near the hand without.
So it's like a stealthy thing to me.
Yeah. Yes, yes. I'm not very stealthy, but that's what I'm gonna do.
I can make a stealth roll.
You're so generous.
uh, I'll use a chronal shift.
Sure.
I can do better than that. A little better.
The 10 gold pieces rattle as a mage hand for everybody to see, but you twist back time, everything reverses back, and subtly place 10 gold pieces in the driver's seat. Oh, I'm sorry, I found 10 gold pieces. Here you go. And the red helm guards, okay, on your way. Find yourself back on the plains of the Glario. And after an hour or two north, he says, all right, I've done my part. Off you get.
Thank you for your help.
Nods, carries on north, go on with you. What do you do?
I think we're heading to the monastery.
The only safe way to get to the other side is the Zero Bridge.
And so be it. It sounds like the safe way.
Okay. Okay, so it's
You might-
basically 1 day per square. And you keep going along the main pathways or off to the side?
I think off to the side.
Sure. So cloaks up, you press on, and you press your way west. Everybody please make me a constitution saving throw at advantage.
Oh, that sound good. Constitution saving.
+3 to everybody.
Very nice.
Okay. You'll shake off the exhaustion levels from that as best you can. And Toriel, roll me a d20 as well. Oh. Okay. We're on a different page now. Roll me a d100.
Oh.
Yeah, there was a toll first time on the Azure Bridge.
Yeah, the guy with the scepter that controlled gravity when you got halfway across locked you and Mistral down. And you had to pay extra gold to get through the bridge.
Oh. Geez, I don't remember that. Oh. Good memory, man.
Towards the end of the day, where you're setting up, I assume the dome thing, what it's called.
Oh, the tiny
Tiny hut, Lehman's
steamer,
yes.
tiny hut. Yep.
Yes. You notice off in the about 50 feet away, there's some dragon-like creature, but about the size of a horse, so not a fully grown dragon or anything like that. And it's attacking a herd of animals, just ripping them to shreds. You know that normally farmers would scare these animals off, but they're just not. And I assume you're just going to ignore it and not get involved. But the creeping feeling that comes over you is exactly right. Vinnick. What is Vinnick going to do with his food? You know, the vegetation is rotting, the animals. You saw what happened to the black horse and Odin beer. It's going to be harder and harder for Vinnick to.
Oh, we better get some of this food for you, Bennick.
Yes. They're all. They're not living. They're already afflicted.
Yes. But they've been ripped to shreds. The dragon-like creature takes its feast, and there's still some like scraps of meat available.
Does it have to be living when you bite it, or can it just be fresh kill?
It does have to be living.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know if we can handle it, but you could certainly feast on this dragon creature if we can take it down.
Yeah. I don't want to put the party at risk because of my unhealthy cravings.
You might be putting the party at risk regardless of if we don't get you fixed up.
Yes, that's true.
That's true. If that's our only option, then let's do it. But the size of the creature doesn't really matter.
Creature, the wyvern, the dragon-like creature has taken its feet, has flown away. So the wyvern is not really an option.
And there's none of the livestock is left alive.
I don't know from here.
Oh, all right. Well, we should check it out.
Yes.
See if there's anything left for Venick.
You head over to this massive animals, deer, antelope, that sort of thing. And you look around, and the dragon's done a good job. The wyvern, it's a wyvern, right? I'm trying to avoid saying that. It's a wyvern. And actually, roll me a d20. Venick.
Okay. Here.
You search around the corpses of it, and there's one creature there. It's holding on to life. It's kind of spurting up blood, but it is alive. Not for much longer.
What kind of creature is it?
A deer.
Okay. I'm gonna look into the deer's eyes and go, shh, it's okay, and then feast a little bit on its neck.
Gonna be okay.
You're going to a better place.
You may feel a slight pinch.
What was that, Randall?
You may feel a slight pinch.
Yes,
A little slight prick.
So it hurts you more than it hurts me.
Yes. So I try to quench my.
And this is not a knife and fork situation. This is a teeth situation.
Yeah.
And after feeling the hunger subside, you stand up, and your mouth and your neck is kind of all covered in blood.
I try to tidy myself up as I. Hopefully, my party was not watching me, and like,
I'll do some prestidigitation. Just clean up. It's gross. It's gross. It's so gross.
I agree. It is gross. Like I said, I'm somewhat embarrassed about this, but it is my way of life as of now. Thank you. So for the rest of the people, I'm like, oh, thank you so much. I feel filled, and there's no cravings. I'm in a much better spot. This is good.
Okay. Leoman's tiny hut comes up. You get a good rest in. And I'm just gonna, Doug's been waiting there patiently, so I'm gonna fast forward this a little bit. Let's assume you find a kill on the road, and you eat some more roadkill, Venick. But you come to the bridge. You know that this was normally just a few gold pieces, a few silver pieces, but it seems as if the greedy bridge master is charging 5 gold pieces. And if you remember, this bridge, I might have described it wrong, but it's a sticky bridge. If you're on the bridge and he presses a button, you're stuck to the bridge. And you see a bunch of refugees on one side who seem to want to go south, and a bunch of refugees on the other side wanted to go north. But the controller of the bridge, Captain Clinic, is being steadfast and insisting on 5 gold pieces per person.
Jeez. Oh man, this feels like price gouging. Some serious inflation going on.
Good sir, good ladies. I need to get back to my daughter. I can't get across the bridge. She's down in South Keep. Please, could you lend me 5 gold pieces?
I don't have enough gold for even myself to cross the bridge. I'm sorry to say.
You're wearing very fine armor, miss. Maybe you could sell that to the guards and let several of us across. Could get 20 of us across.
My armor is my life. It's what's kept me alive this long. I can't part with it.
What about the rest of you?
Let us talk to the bridge keeper and see what we can do.
I've been begging him for a while. Maybe you'll have better luck. But sure. I'll listen then.
Yeah, Kayla, I don't know. Maybe this will be your cup of tea. I don't know where this Jordis's allegiance lie, but I would think that these are special times that he should not be holding people up from getting to their loved ones. But that's just me. I don't know what you think, Kayla, but I think we need to reason with this person.
Times like this, people show you who they really are sometimes.
Yes. But you're so charismatic. I feel like you're probably the best to speak with them, and I lay a hand upon you and give you guidance.
All right. And then I'm going to do something then also. I'll walk towards the guy, and then I'm going to... Is this going to show up in there, or is it going to roll one?
Sort of in one of these gatehouses at the end of it, with a portcullis on it as well as extra security. But he's on the other side of it. Okay,
+5 to charisma rolls for the next 10 minutes for persuasion check. I'm going to use my channel divinity as an emissary of peace.
Okay.
And I'll approach Captain Clinic Jordis.
Yep, click.
And I'll say, Captain Jordis, and I'll walk up to him and I'll say, these are trying times and darkness is all around us. People are trying to reach their home. Please allow these people safe passage right now. There's money, food, everything has come at a price. Has come scarce, and I know there's good in you, and there's kindness. Show kindness now to your fellow man, fellow elf, your fellow dwarf, and let us all pass. Let us all on our way. Let us all be home with our loved ones, the ones we need to protect and hold dear to us.
Stifles a yawn. Says, is that it? Is that your speech?
Pretty much, yeah. I'll sit there and say, I go, these are poor people. There's nothing to gain from them. There's nothing to gain from them. I mean, my companions can pay for us, but let these others go. Let these poor, rabble, huddled masses home. Let them arrive home.
many times I hear speeches like you each and every day. The Queen herself, long may she reign, has set these prices. And these are reasonable prices to keep the kingdom of Oathbreaker, or the kingdom of Eglarion, going right as rain. These comes direct orders from the Queen. But you can make a persuasion check, like Gala. +5. Your guidance as well.
Oh, cool. Right.
You can do it, Gala.
Right? That's pretty darn good. +5, 28.
And you got a guidance on top of that.
Now, 31. That's not doesn't guarantee anything, but that's pretty good.
That is pretty
Yeah,
That is excellent. Can't believe I'm saying this, but for today only, I'm going to revert back to the 2 silver pieces for passengers. You're right, there seems to be a bit of a chokehold, and we've got to think of the bigger picture, right? The economy. So we'll set it to 2 silver pieces, Black Friday special only, and with that, people start crowding around, holding out 2 silver pieces, 2 silver pieces. All right, single file. And it seems that the emissary of peace has opened up the Azure Bridge. It's painfully slow though. He's letting groups go past. It's very much a chokehold. There's hundreds of people on either side, and it's painfully slow. Then he says, "Well, look, if you want to get to the front of the queue, 5 gold pieces each."
I'll look at everybody and be like, I can't pay my way. I'll just look at our group and say, I'll hold up two gold, and I'll be like, I can't pay my way. I'm already in debt to my cousin as well.
I gotcha. I can cover you and myself, Gala.
Can you cover Venick? It appears as though I depleted my gold as well.
I can cover you, Vinick.
Okay. All right. All right. So,
can someone cover me as well?
I got you. All right. I got 15 gold here. I'll cover you.
That covers it.
That was an expensive bridge crossing.
Plus side, maybe this is your first victory of sorts, right, for the common folk, as they flood north and south to wherever they're going. You cross the Azure Bridge, getting to the front of the queue. I'm going to speed up this travel. I'm not going to roll for random encounters or anything like that, because I know Doug's been waiting patiently. So we're going to move. Well, the only thing I'll mention is you do get to the Monastery of the Spirited Leaf. You notice that some stakes have been placed along the edge of the swamp. There's various humans on the stake. There are various animals on the stake. There are various swamp-like animals like alligators, crocodiles, that sort of thing. It seems as someone or something is marking a territory. And as you approach the Monastery of the Spirited Leaf, you look around, and it seems to be completely around the Elden Swamp. It's not stopping you from going on, but it's definitely saying don't come this way. And as you approach the Spirited Leaf Monastery, I need to say goodnight to my kids just quickly. So we'll take a short break here. And we'll be back in a moment. And thanks for your patience, Doug.
Yeah, good.
All right. So, you approach late on this days of travel to the monastery of the Spirited Leaf. I know it's famous for producing spirits of very high quality and very famous. And the monastery is also followers of the Redeemer, so the gods of light. So generally considered good people. But you approach it, and the monastery is closed up. All its windows are closed. Some of them are in fact boarded. And yeah, what do you do?
Do we see any light coming from the boarded up windows? Any cracks or anything?
No light sources.
Well, I mean, if they are still good people in there, perhaps we just take the direct approach and knock upon the door and let them know that we are friends.
I like it.
We give away any surprise, but maybe we don't need that. Hope.
Let's not be stymied by a door, she'll say. Kind of will say, and she'll walk up and she'll, take a knocker and knock on the door.
Please go away. We have nothing. We have nothing of value here. Please just leave us in peace. We're tired of this. Please leave.
We come in peace too. We're weary travelers, and we were sent here on grave importance, looking for a man named, or a person. I don't know if it's actually it's always a man. I think, right?
Yeah.
Drift.
I think.
Yeah, a man named Drift, and it's of utmost importance. I'm sorry to bother you. We mean you no harm. And I'll knock on the door.
We've heard all sorts of excuses of people making. I don't know how you know Drift, but make a persuasion check, Daniel. Who are you?
I'm Gala Ronell from the Ronell family, the Ronell fishery farm up north, Ronell's Inn. I swear, we just come looking for a man named Drift, and we'll be on our way. It's of utmost importance. The kingdom itself relies on us finding him.
You hear some quiet whispering coming from inside the monastery. Okay, but no funny business, okay?
No funny business.
Of course.
And he lets you into the monastery of the Spirited Leaf. And one of the members on the Discord group for this campaign has a habit of doing maps. So I'm not saying you're getting into combat, but just to give you a visual of the monastery of the Spirited Leaf. One thing you'll notice is as you get in, there are several monks, and they are just plastered off their face. Some are snoring loudly, some are drinking some of their stocks. And the guy who let you in will say, this guy says, oh, okay, that's Drift up there, eh? Please come in quickly. Close the door. Come in quickly. You all rush in.
Yeah.
And then he slams the door behind you and bolts it behind him. And then finds a quiet corner and starts chugging some of his own spirited leaf.
Adrift, we're friends. We come in peace, and we think you might be able to help us.
So what you see is an Air Genasi, basically crisscross applesauce on the floor, back facing you in meditation, ignoring any sound from the door and any chatter because he is used to people talking. But because I heard you guys rushed in, Shinigami, Jimmy, was your character being careful with his steps or just running with his heavy body inside?
Yeah, he's not very good at being stealthy, so I don't think he even tries.
So Drift will instantly shoot up, turn around. I said I needed quiet for my meditation as he opens his eyes. Oh, it is you. The legendary Red Cloak Shinigami. Well, I am sorry, Shinigami. You are here about my past life. But the statute of limitations runs out after 3 years. I have been here for 5 years, thus you have no power here. Unless you are here to worship the Redeemer with me, then you are welcome. You have heard of my past life, trying to try me for those crimes, then be gone.
I'm not here for either. You may be of some aid to us, so we're here to ask for your help.
Aid? How can me, a lowly monk now, worshipper of the Redeemer, be of aid? I've put aside my past life. I have been forgiven of my crimes.
Can we skip over without rehashing everything?
Sure.
Have a long explanation.
Oh, that fateful night with Ricio and Avery. Yes, I know Ricio blames me. He probably hates my guts. But what he doesn't know about that fateful night is Avery told me to go my own way. I take the map, she takes the box, and we meet up. I guess in my haste, I was a little faster than she was. She got caught, and I did not. I do feel for Ricio, though. All these years I've wanted to tell him, I'm sorry, but I just wasn't able to until I felt the Redeemer's light forgave me, and I could forgive myself. Well, I know time is of the essence, but unfortunately, if you want my help and the knowledge I provide, you must help me. You see, the Master Brewer, Fortitudo, has unfortunately contracted sight rot disease, and he is days away from being permanently blinded. Now,
This man with crust in his eyes comes down. He stumbles down the steps into this main area of the monastery. Says, Drift is right. And I beg for your help. Without the appropriate herbs, I'm surely going to go blind.
Now, we can get these herbs, but sadly, 5 feet, Tortito, I don't want it, please, 5 feet. Sorry, little COVID joke there, because I'm getting over it. Now, we have sent multiple monks out to get the herb that is required, but unfortunately, as Drift will kind of point his spear at them, these bastards can't keep out of the own stock we make to have their minds straight. Seems like this rain has drove them to drink. So, this is my offer. 2 conditions for me to help and bring along that which I possess, but can no longer be sought after due to the statute of limitations expiring. 1. You come with me to the swamp. We procure the eye bright herb, so we can cure Tortito here. 2. Take me to Ricio, so I might apologize to him in purpose after all these years. I do not care whether he listens or not. The act of giving the apology is my last step in being forgiven. Then, you will have my spear with you fully.
I can only speak for myself, but I think that is that is reasonable. I'm in.
Sure. The kingdom lays in ruin and we'll find this herb. Sure. That sounds prudent. The kingdom from finding an herb first. And she'll kind of be just, not disgusted by it, but just like, oh my god, there's so many other things that's happening.
How far do we have to go to find this herb?
Little noble girl, can tell you've been raised with a silver spoon. Do you not want to help others? Is it all about your own pledge? And Shinigami, did you see the spears on your way to the monastery? It's just 5 minutes away.
Alright, that's fine.
Let us do this and be on our way.
Well, little noble girl, I do know what a paladin is, and I also have sharing abilities. Do you consider me an ally? Or shall I not consider you one?
She'll walk up to you and she'll say, I believe there's good in all, and I fight for the good of all. I fight to redeem all of Oathbreaker and all of the land. So let us be on our way and stop with this little girl nonsense.
Drift will touch your shoulder and be very sincere, non-condescending. Yes, may the Redeemer be with us, my child.
Do I know who the Redeemer is, Malcolm?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, remember old, the pig temple? That's the temple of life. It's the Redeemer, taking care of the less fortunate. I imagine it's a lawful good type of god. So yeah, it's very common knowledge, very well.
You said redeem, so Drift reacted like you knew who he was.
Yeah, I'll just make sure I should know what it is. Yeah, I'll say, our goals are aligned, and then let's be on our way.
I was wrong about you, young Gala, was it? I am sorry for the condescension.
I'm sorry as well. These are dark times, and we are in dire straits.
Right, so just out the door and...
Thank you for doing this. I think it's important in these dark times that we do not forget the little person. And while I am quite talented at brewing things, I very much appreciate your help.
Tortaduo, before we take off, I know this is a hard request, but once you are cured, I'm sure these kind folks are going to need a way back into the city, and if we could procure a few barrels, maybe a cart, and I know the rain a horse to sacrifice on the way so we can get back into the city with our goods, I will be sure to send a courier for payment to make sure the monastery stays intact.
That is fair. I mean, we haven't ventured out of it ever since we lost those monks in the swamp. And forgive my fellow monks' caution, but we've been attempted to rob several times, and we've managed to shoo them away, shall we say, but dire times. But thank you for not forgetting about the small man. I appreciate it.
Ortito, I know I'm almost near completion of my training, but I think I might need this. Is it okay if I take the Spear of Eternity with me? To make sure I can protect these and make sure we cure you. It's just the +1 weapon I named, Malcolm, that's all.
Well, you've been a loyal servant of the Redeemer. When you came here, Drift, you were broken. You were lost. You didn't know who you were or what you wanted. But through quiet contemplation for the religious practices we performed on creating the spirited leaf, you have come quite a long way. And while the rest of us have pretty much fallen into despair with drinking our own product, shooting ourselves in our foot, you alone have maintained the truest to the oaths you took as a follower of the Redeemer. So you have deserved the Spear of Eternity. Go with it in peace.
Thank you, Tortito. We'll do a very graceful bow. Walk
He
this
reaches
way.
out, hands you the spear, but he drops it 5 feet in front of you because he's blind. Almost blind. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Sorry.
It's okay, Tortito. The speech was meaningful.
Before we head
I
out,
think it's shipped.
can we take a moment to catch our breath? We have rushed here, and I'd like to take a minute just to tidy up before we go. Short rest, i.e.
Oh, so, not that much, but please, drinks for our friends. Non-alcoholic, though. Drinks for our friends.
Would be water.
That'd be fine.
Water's good.
All right.
I just want my child immunity back because it comes back on a short rest. That's why I'm asking guys for.
Yeah, short rest.
Oh,
Yep.
you traveled multiple days that we skipped to get here, so it should be back.
Oh, did we? Oh, but I don't need a short rest. Never mind. I thought there was on the bridge was one the same day.
No, Malcolm fast forwarded a bunch.
Fast forwarded it because basically Dak was being so patient. But you take a short rest. It seems like a sensible thing to do after traveling so far in such poor conditions. I mean, you come in covered in mud. As I said, the best places are ankle deep and you're avoiding the worst places, but the conditions outside are getting worse and worse and worse as the midnight curse, as it's become to be known, is really taking effect. And you still see the purple skies, the unnaturally a large amount of lightning strikes, particularly around midnight, but you've managed to avoid those for the best part. And you gather yourself and yeah, I guess prepare to head out.
Just out the door to the east, about 1,000 feet. We'll run into the swamps. You'll see my fallen brothers on pikes. We must venture into that swamp to get the eye bright. Be careful, though. Don't step in the wrong spot, because the swamp is poisonous.
Doesn't sound good.
Okay, so gathering your belongings, gathering your new ally, Drift, who seems nicer than Bass, shall we say. Not have so many deep-seated issues, perhaps, but heading out into the swamp. Now, if you remember how I said it was bad before, well, it is even worse as you venture into the swamp. You get about an hour in, and the mud and the filth, it's almost more like a lake than a landmass. The swamp is that deep. Sometimes you're wading up to chest height. Sometimes you get relief from going on top of raised bits of boggy land. And can I have everybody please make me a strength saving throw? And yes, you may have Gayla's help with this with her +3.
Once we get that deep in the swamp, Malcolm, I would like to cast Levitate on myself. It's 10 minutes long.
I'm riding my horse, so do I do it for my horse, or do I need to do it?
I think your horse. You rolled
I rolled
already.
D20. I don't know
Rolled a
what my
12,
horse's
so-
modifier would be.
Oh, I'm going to put it this way, Gayla. A swamp is no place for a horse. You remember the tragic scene from The Princess
Oh,
Bride when
the
the
scene.
horse died?
Yeah.
Been wanting to have my son watch that, but my wife says like we don't want to traumatize him. All right, well I'll get off my horse and I'll just do it myself. That's fine.
Okay, okay. Can you dismiss
Strength
your horse?
check?
Like, make it like a familiar?
Oh yeah, I can have it just take off and then come back to me, and
Sure.
it
Sure.
just depends on way. So I'll just do a strength, you said?
Yep. Strength saving throw. Okay, let me just check some numbers. As I said, it's very, very deep-seated things, and you're all struggling to go through it as best you can. Everybody's going through it reasonably well, except for Toriel again. And you find yourself just losing energy and being sucked down into the swamp. So I'm just setting some things up. Right. And mechanically, Toriel, you are restrained as you're slowly sinking deeper into this boggy marsh. You do?
Do I see any high ground?
Not really. That's almost the problem. She's right in the middle of this watery bit of it. And she's kind
Malcolm,
of...
I'm sorry. I missed this. If it matters, I would like to touch Toriel with guidance. If a 4 on a D4 will help Toriel.
No, it won't. Even if she rolls a 4.
Okay.
She gets a +3 from my aura, so she has a 9.
It's a long walk from a 6, I'm afraid. It's not Toriel's strength.
Is there any vegetation, trees, dead trees, or otherwise nearby?
Oh yeah, there's plenty of what are called mangrove type plants here.
Yeah. I'm going to Misty Step to the closest mangrove tree and hold on to it so I don't sink.
Okay, so not strong but smart. You teleport out of it. Just checking something. Okay, I'm going to drag you across to a map.
Uh-oh.
Why
That's
don't
no
you-
tree! Oh.
And you see, everybody is going to be surprised by this, except for Randall and anybody else who's amused to the surprise condition. But as Toriel bamps out of there, you see a creature that looks like this. Looks like a troll, but with some extra arms.
We need panic.
wow.
So And it says, "This Kalzar kingdom. Kalzar king." He kind of emerges from the swamp. No, probably on one side here, do it. We'll say over the side since you saw Toriel singing in the swamp.
Oh.
Says,
Vinnick's not on here, Malcolm.
Vinnick, is it? Oh,
Yeah,
there's
sorry.
Vinnick.
Vinnick's not on here.
This Kalzar kingdom. Rule these lands. You food. Please roll for initiative.
Roll for
Uh-oh.
initiative.
I don't feel like food.
Especially delicious.
Finger looking good.
Here's your meal there, Vinnick.
Yeah. I'm definitely feeling it. I get the last blow on this one, guys.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you can chop things off and they regrow and you can feed yourself again.
Oh, hey.
Maybe,
Yeah, keep
right,
him
maybe
around.
there's a boon. Nice to be living, though. Okay. All right. So, Randall, you see this thing drift. Actually, we would do it as a surprise. Yeah, Randall, you can act.
Technically, I can still be surprised. I just have a passive perception of 20, so I'm just going to throw myself out under the bus on that one.
But you see it in time. You see him emerging
Okay.
from the swamp. So, yeah.
So my passive was high enough to catch him.
Yeah. Yes, that's right. So
Okay.
that's why you get a turn.
Okay. All right. I'm going to see him. I'm assuming this is difficult terrain.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to go ahead and bonus action. Even the playing field a little bit because he looks like a pretty big guy. So let's have a little one-on-one as I will giant smite.
Okay. You get much larger. Nice.
But you pick off somebody your own size. And I will... Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and just use... one... I think I get over here. I'm assuming I can get under this little tree thing, I guess. I can get right here. And I'm going to hold my action as I draw my sword to attack if he comes forward.
So, drifting up, holding your action if he comes forward. Excellent. Drift, you're surprised. You don't see this coming. Toriel, same with you. Bennick, same with you. So we'll go to Kalzar's turn. And he says, "You're in my swamp. This is my kingdom. I'm the king." And steps forward towards Toriel. "You look like delicious snack."
No, I'm not. I'm really gross. You wouldn't want to eat me.
Wings a claw at you, rolls a 25. Blood gushes out of your chest. You take 14 points of damage. Weak. Swings again, rolls a dirty 20.
I will. If I can, I will shield.
You're surprised. I don't think you get a reaction.
She's already been a turn, so she gets her reaction back. And
No,
the surprise
it hasn't
round.
been her turn. This is surprise. He skipped everybody that wasn't surprised. That was surprised.
Another claw rakes across your chest, Troll. You take another 14 points of damage.
Oh.
Then with some extra arms, he comes at again with another claw, rolling a 14 this time.
That is a miss.
And for his
Off my armor.
with his fourth claw attack,
Ah.
rolls a 21.
That'll do it.
20 points of slashing damage.
Okay. Toriel disappears under the water.
I'm gonna say with a claw attack, he picks you up, and dumps you over here into the water, and you see Toriel face down in the water over there. To marinate. He steps over to Randall. Randall, your prepared action can go off.
Yes. 17?
17 hits.
Alright, that is 11 plus a d6. I think it's still a d6, yeah. 3. So 14.
Kalzar will eat you. And with his massive maw, he takes his 5th attack and goes to bite your side of your face, Randall. He rolls a 27. His teeth,
Oh yeah, that's gonna hit.
disgusting teeth sticking to you. Ah, that was a terrible roll, but you take 13 points of piercing damage to the face.
Okay.
Shinigami, you're as shocked as anybody. Gayla, you're watching this horror unfold as he just takes out Toriel almost effortlessly. And Randall, we're back in the initiative order now. Randall, what do you got?
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can't. I see Toriel over there. I can just get to her.
I got her.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Okay. I'm still going to go over there because I'm trying to pin myself away to try to get his attention, and kind of like.
Sorry.
I mean, to be fair, I mean you could just says I got, it could be just as quick as like I'll get her, like type of thing, I guess. I'm going to go ahead and swing twice on this gentleman right here.
Call me by correct name. I am King Kalzar. And both of those
14.
miss.
Oh, both of those miss. That stinks. Well, you know what? We can't have that. So we're going to action surge and swing 2 more times.
Battle. You're the main dish. You're a big boy. I will eat you first. And one of those hits.
Well, it's got one in there. All right. 15
Plus your
plus the
D6,
D6. So 20 damage.
Nice. A big slash across you. Don't like that. My cows are angry. Drift.
Gonna move here. Oh, you
Yep.
got more, Josh?
I was going to do bonus action second wind real fast too.
Sure.
So
I'll move to here.
Yep.
I'll take 2 spear attacks on this guy.
Okay.
Oh, first. Oh no, getting used to the spear again. And
Nope.
14.
Nope.
That's okay. I will bonus flurry of blows, spending a key point. So 2 flurry of blows. So
If you
first
would-
flurry.
Okay. Sure.
First flurry here. 22.
That's
So first flurry right in his stomach for 8. I will forego my second flurry to use my hand of healing to give Toriel this much healing. 6 healing.
All right.
So I reach
Thank
down
you.
and Toriel will stand up, say, or not stand up, but be prone. The Redeemer blesses you with his light.
that happened.
Thank you, Drift. As I'm coughing up swamp water.
As I look to Randall and say, I got the ones close near the combatant. You smash. And that is the turn.
One minor point. We'll say that happens, but it says in the description as an action you can spend 1 key point.
No. It says when you use your flurry of blows, you can replace one of the unarmed strikes with the use of this feature without spending a key point. So I key pointed for flurry of blows for 1, and my second one was the heal.
I should have read the whole
Nice.
description, shouldn't I? Okay, Nice. Toriel, coughing up blood or coughing up swamp water, you come up and I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Oh boy. All right.
You're restrained and sinking.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, let's see. I'll do an action here first. I'm going to do a firebolt. Eric knows that.
Advantage because you're prone.
Oh yeah. Can I stand up?
No.
I mean, I'll be.
You're being sucked down
restrained.
into the swamp, and you're restrained, so your movement is 0. So no, you can't.
Okay. Well, I'm going to start then with a another Misty Step, and this time I'm going to be right next to this tree, so I can hold on to it and I won't sink. The Misty Step spell slot. Okay. Oh, that's a 2nd level spell. All right. So I'm gonna stand up next to the tree, holding on to it, and I'm going to try to firebolt the troll. And I will not. I'm gonna. Oh, so I'm gonna move over here. Yeah. I'm gonna yell out. It's like, Actually, I'm knowledgeable about nature and Arcana. Would I have an idea if this troll regenerates unless has? I know Eric does, but I'm just trying to. Or Eric knows, but I don't know if Toriel would know if fire damage makes it so it cannot heal.
I make a nature or a history check, up to you.
All right, I'll do. It's the same either way. I guess I don't.
No, that's it's a
Okay.
good call though, right? Because Eric knows, but Toriel doesn't.
Yep. Okay. That is my turn then.
Okay. Excellent. Kim, trying to sink you, but he doesn't. I can't manage it. Vinnick, what do you do?
Venick is gonna try to get something good going on here. All right. I'm going to advance. Oops.
It's difficult terrain. It's a
Oh,
half
is it?
movement.
Is it like half movement then?
Yeah.
Okay. So 5, 10. Okay, so let's do this then. Let's. Go back to here. And I still have. Yep. Okay, cool. All right, so I will move. So my movement is 30, so I can move 15. So I will. So 5, 10, 15. And then I will do my Blessing of Raven Queen
Nice.
to get myself to the rest of the way. Can I don't know what this stuff is. Can I be there? Is that
Yep.
shrubbery?
It's
Something?
right on the
Okay.
edge of the
Alright.
watery part of the swamp, but yes, you can.
Oh, okay. I will. I will not be on the edge of the watery part of the swamp. Okay, so I'm going to move myself to there, and I will attack, and I will use the big sword as opposed to the little sword this time. So, here we go.
Oh, there you go. Fantastic.
Natural 20! Natural 20!
Also, you may
massive.
want to.
You got your maneuvers to.
I'm about to say
add on to it.
maneuvers might get powered by that, right? I don't
Yeah.
know.
Your maneuver dice will get doubled.
Sorry. I mean, what does that mean? What do you mean?
Battle master stuff.
Yeah, your Battlemaster dice.
Oh.
Superiority dice. That's what they are.
That one, yeah, superiority, yeah. And it was battle stuff.
When you hit with a weapon attack, you can expend 1 dice to total the damage roll, and the target must save. Okay. So is that another D20 or what? What do I? That's just
No, it'll tell you what it is, like a D6 or a D8. I think it's a D8, or depending on if you do like a trip attack or whatever.
So what
And then it'll be 2D8 because it's a crit.
what you could do is a menacing attack.
yeah, that's what I was looking at.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So So regardless of what happens next, you still get to roll your battle dice twice because it's a critical hit. Let's roll 2d8 on top of that, Jeff.
2d8. Okay.
Takes extra 9 points of damage on top of that. And now he needs to make a wisdom saving throw unless he's immune to frightened, which he's not.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was his. So he has to roll a DC 14 essentially.
And he
Okay.
doesn't.
No, I don't like you. Oh, I am the strong one here, not you. You stay away. Leave me alone.
And he is
On
frightened.
failure, he's frightened of you until the end of his next turn. Okay, cool, nice, like it. Thanks, guys. Got to use those abilities. Cool. Okay, I think
Now he
that's
has disadvantages on his attack rolls since he has like 5. That's great.
Oh, very cool. Okay.
Great move.
You
And for
stole
your
my
second
move.
attack- you
Oh,
get a second
yeah, we do.
I mean,
All
that
right,
was
well,
great
let's-
just before, since the Kirshi sword is next, that was perfect.
Okay, here we go again. Oh, not quite as good as the first one.
16 still hits though.
All right, I will take that.
Stop hitting me.
And for my superiority dice, do I only get to do that once per turn? Is that the way
You
that
can
works?
do it as many times as you want to,
Oh.
as you have them.
Well, but you'll see on your character sheet you can do it 4 times per short rest. So you've used it once.
Yep.
Just so you just have a maximum of 4 at the moment. You see on your character sheet which says combat superiority? There's 4 little check boxes.
I don't see. I do see that. Yes. Okay. And it didn't do the first one, so I will add that
That's
one
just
there.
a way to
Got it.
keep
Okay.
track of it. And it recharges on a
Yeah.
short rest, which is pretty cool. Okay, yes, so what are you going to do? You've already done menace and attack.
Let's try one of these other ones on here. Let's see. What weapons is he using to attack us with?
It's claws, so disarming him doesn't make sense.
So disarming won't work. All right. So the precision attack. You can roll experience before after the roll.
That won't help you
That
there.
helps you to hit if you miss. That's not gonna
Yeah.
do anything.
Okay. So
You just-
I'm not going to do it. It doesn't look like
You
anything
can just
would
do
help
another
me this
menacing
time.
thing. You can scare him some more and just roll an extra d8.
Okay.
So effectively, you're
Um,
doing another menacing attack. So in other words, bottom line, roll another d8 as you continue to scare the shit out of him. Oh, Jeff,
Nice.
fantastic round. Round of applause. Good stuff.
Thanks for helping me, guys. Cool. All right,
Action,
that's it.
It's been like 3 weeks, so understandable.
It is. Oh wait, Randall's give me other cues here. I forgot about my action surge. What is this? You can take one additional attack on your turn. So I can do another attack. So
You
it's
did
like three
another
turns?
2 attacks.
Another-
2 attacks.
Two.
yeah, another
You know
2
I'm gonna
attacks
do
because
that.
action.
Randall, this is what you've been in the past. This is freaking awesome. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do that. All right. So great sword again here. Come on, do it. Oh, that sucked. Okay.
Hey, you could do
Okay.
precision attack on this if you wanted to, just to try.
Oh, okay, so how does that work then? So
You roll a d8 and add that to the attack. So, like,
but it's-
if you get roll an 8, you'd have in a 16 to attack.
okay, I will try.
But you had to pretty much roll probably close to max, if I had to guess.
Yeah, probably won't happen. I'll try it anyways.
13 misses.
All right, so my next attack missed, but I will attack one more time for my last one here. So boom.
Oh, that one hits. Good stuff.
Cool.
Right.
Okay, the Talazar just recoils back as you just go into actually mincemeat type mode and start slashing into him.
No, I am King Ansipir. I'll stay away from you.
You healer. Don't like healing. Healing bad. And he's going to
Disadvantage?
drift with disadvantage. Yep. And start with his claws. What was it? 10. What's your armor class? Drift.
18.
Okay. A 19 will hit though. At disadvantage. That'll be 18 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And another claw
Let me
attack.
do this real quick. Nope, no longer levitating.
Slash. That one will miss. Last claw attack. Oh, it was a 27 at disadvantage.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Another 17 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
It's just carving into you.
I'm gonna actually do something unique with this because this doesn't normally happen. But I'm gonna use my reaction to cloud rune that hit, and I'm gonna take the hit.
Well, I'll do this as well. Rebuke the Violent, DC 14, or he'll take that same damage as Radiant himself too.
What?
So wisdom saving throw. Natural 20. So you don't rebuke the violent. And
Takes half
it goes
damage.
to swing at drift, and it hits Randall instead. What did I say? 17 points of slashing damage.
Yep.
Well, he takes half of that in Radiant.
Even if he makes the save?
Yeah, half on
okay.
damage on success.
So it's going to take 8 points of radiant damage. Let me just check this. Okay, 8 points of radiant damage.
Guys, well, no, I'm used to eating, not this.
And he goes to bite Drift in the face. At disadvantage, it's a 19. Oh, he's doing well at disadvantage.
I'll do it.
Excuse me, another 15 points of slashing damage.
You say 10?
15, 1 to 5.
15. Okay. That was 10. Okay, 15. Okay.
And you look as the wounds on Kauza start to close up.
Uh-oh.
Me.
Shinigami.
All right. Well, somebody stole my move, so I'll do something else. He doesn't strike me as overly smart, so let's try this.
Intelligence save. He has a -2 to this. And he rolls a 9.
Oh, hurting head. Don't like. Stop.
And then bonus action, I will try and telekinetically shove him.
He's good at strength. Rolls an 18
Strength
for
13.
strength.
DC 14.
He doesn't get shoved. He's a big boy.
Does he get disadvantage or something on with this mind sliver?
I don't know. Does he?
It gets a -4 to the next saving throw.
Minus
-1 D4.
So his 18 turns into a 17. So not quite. Good looking out though.
All right, well then that's all I can pretty much do.
Ayla, flat-footed for much of the combat. What do you do?
She'll walk up and she will start a swinging.
Any 4 hits?
That's
Stop
the second
it.
one. I'll do that, and then I will do a smite, level 2, and I will look this up. Don't tell me, because I have to remember myself. Level 2, it's 2d8.
3d8.
2d8. Oh, 2d8. 3d8.
3.
Thank you very much. I'll get that eventually.
Is it a fiend?
Technically, it's a giant.
Okay. I just want to double check. That does help if for you.
But not in this case. Okay, nice hack with the Divine Smite thrown in. And the second one goes wide, of course.
That's it for me.
Stop hitting me. It's not fair. I am the king.
Randall.
Not the king of much. And I will go ahead and try to swing twice and hopefully connect at least once.
No, you don't hit at least once, you hit at least twice.
Oh, that's always good. Alright, and there's a 11 and then a d6 on top of this as well. So, 20.
Isn't it 2d6 because you hit twice?
No, it's only one turn. I can only apply it once per
okay.
turn.
While he's what damage does Divine Smite do?
Radiant.
Radiant?
Ring. Yeah, okay, cool. Noted. Okay, Randall, carving into it, the troll's looking for a way out of here. Drift, having been clawed, mauled by this troll. What do you do?
Alright, so Drift, seeing how the combat has gone, is actually going to, with this spear, put his hands together and say, Redeemer shall see us through. Bless your light upon these few chosen so they may strike. And he is going to do an emboldening bond. It is basically a bless that you use once per turn with no concentration.
Yeah.
And it is going to be on Toriel, on Venick, and then Shinigami. And then I will use a key point to disengage to Toriel.
All
You're
right.
gonna walk across the swamp water. I'm going to make you make me a strength saving throw.
Does
Something like that.
monk stuff advantage on this for acrobatics or anything? For like walking on water? Or...
I don't know. I don't know. You
let
tell
me see here. Let me look here.
There's a thing you get higher levels where you can do that kind of thing, but I don't think we're there yet.
So step of the wind and my jump distance is doubled. So when I try to jump out of it, does that give me advantage on the check?
You step of the wind, I'll say you can jump back over to the other side, avoiding the necessary to go across your key point, of course. But yeah, jumping across there, doing dope monk shit on the way.
Yeah, that's
Fantastic.
what I was doing, burning the key point. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay. So this is the bless, but for 1 round. Is that right?
No, it's not 1 round. It's 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
But it's only they get to choose it 1 time, whatever they want. So they either get 1 attack,
I see.
1 ability save, or 1 proficiency save.
Okay, got
So
it.
they get to choose whenever they use it only 1 time.
It's per turn.
Got it.
You use it once per turn.
Nope, not per turn. It's whatever
creature-
check they make.
No, each creature can add the D4 no more than once per turn.
So if you
okay.
had 2 attacks, it would be only 1.
Right.
Yeah, only 1.
Wait,
Yeah.
So it's like, you only basically.
It's half bless.
It's sort of like my Giant's Might. I can apply that D6 once per turn, but this
Okay.
way it just adds a D4 to whatever attack, but it just does it for 1 attack.
Or if they save it on their turn,
Or-
it can
yeah.
be for 1 saving throw.
Correct.
Yeah, so that's why I said they can only use it once per round, basically. Once per round.
Got it. Okay, Toriel, feeling the blessing of drift. What do you do?
I feel so much better. No, not there. Yeah, Toriel. I mean, she could see the troll is badly wounded, but she's so pissed that she was just taken out, and just like so she's gonna fireball this shit. And I believe she can do that without hitting any of her party members.
Yeah.
And she's never cast a spell before, so she's gonna do it. Oops. Oh, I guess the
Shut up.
first one.
Don't
I
hurt
like
the
the se-
foliage. We need the
I like
eye
the-
right.
I like the second one better, but yeah, 20. DC 15 dex save.
I'm not Phoenix, sorry, Toriel.
How do you want to do this?
Yeah, I feel like it's getting ready to attack one of my friends, and its skin just it starts burning off, and it's a terrible sight.
As you know, once you hit a troll with fire, Eric knows, but not Vanek. I thought troll. I'm getting so confused. As a troll goes down, that's where we'll end it tonight, my friends. And yeah, not
I
too
look
much
over at
horrible
Toriel and
things
like,
happened
"Oh."
this session.
I look over at Toriel and I go, "Oh, thank you so much for killing my feast."